Hi, my name is Paul Toronto. I'm coming from Tris Restaurant in Arlington, Massachusetts. And today we're going to make a simple risotto. So to start, what I like to do is I like to put a little bit of chopped onion in a heavy bottom skillet. It's got to be a heavy bottom skillet or everything will burn. And we're going to let this sweat on a medium heat, not too hot. As it gets hot, I'm going to add my arborio rice. So add in the rice. I'm going to stir it with a wooden spoon. Wooden spoon is key. Keep all the rice from sticking to the bottom of the pan. That way you get a nice, colorless, tasty finished rice. So we're going to coat this with the oil. I'm actually going to let this coat for about 2 minutes just to toast the rice slightly. But not color it, just to lightly toast it. Now that my rice is toasted a little bit, I'm going to add a little bit of garlic. Again, I'm adding it now so that it doesn't burn and it just, you get that nice flavor into the rice. We're going to stir that around just for a few seconds, so you get that raw garlic taste out. And I see my rice is starting to stick slightly, so we're going to add some white wine. Drinkable wine. Chardonnay, Pinot Grigio, just something drinkable. Pull that off the heat so we don't light a fire. It's about 4 ounces of white wine. See, all that rice comes right off the bottom of the pan, so we're going to let that absorb, and then we're going to slowly add in our stock. Okay, so now that my white wine has been absorbed, I'm going to add in a bay leaf, then I'm going to add in my stock. And you can add in your stock in stages. You shouldn't add it all at once. Your stock should be warm or hot. That way, especially if you're going to use this at a later time, you can spread it out, or you can just finish it. But you want your rice to be warm so that it doesn't get gluey. The finished product is really nice and the grains separate and don't stand together as one. Okay, so I'm going to keep stirring my rice. You don't have to stand over it like people think. You don't have to stand over it for hours and hours. It takes about 15 to 18 minutes to cook it from start to finish. But for this application, we're not going to completely finish the rice until later, but we're going to cook it fully. So we're adding the stock in thirds. See how it's absorbing and you get all those bubbles? We can actually add a little bit more. This will take a few more minutes. So we're going to give this a stir, and we're going to add a little bit more stock, and we're going to finish off the risotto. Okay, so our rice has absorbed all the liquid. So now we're going to pull it off the heat, give it a little stir. We're going to pull out that bay leaf so we don't choke. Put that aside. And we're going to finish this with just a knob of butter, and a little bit of Parmesan cheese and some salt and pepper. Again, you can finish it with mascarpone cheese. You could add fish to it. You could add mushrooms to it. We're just going to swirl in some cheese, some butter. Again, sticking with that wooden spoon. You can see all the grains have exploded a little bit, but they're still loose. All right, that's nice. So then, I'm just going to bring this to the plate. So I just hit this with a little bit of chives, and there you go, a basic risotto.